Hello everyone, it's Sheree. How's everyone doing today? Welcome to my channel. I'm so glad you're here. So hope you had a great, peaceful, joyful Christmas, and that you're, now recovering or have time to recover before, if you work, go back to work, things like that. Get a chance to get organized and all that. Or maybe you love the Christmas mess or whatever floats your boat, type of thing. But yeah, I think I'm gonna have everything. I think I have everything organized, and as far as Christmas stuff, my Christmas presents and things like that. But as far as my craft room, I did put away all my Christmas stuff, so that made a major difference here in my craft room as far as the kind of mess I had in here. And now I still have some things to clean up, so I'm going to be doing that. But meanwhile, I couldn't wait to do some crafting because, I was away for a week visiting my parents. And then when I came back, I had to get ready for, last minute things for Christmas, cleaning up, all that kind of stuff. So, and I really missed my craft room. It was kind of amazing and anxious to get back in here and do something. And also, when I was leaving, I was like, oh, I wish I could take more with me to, craft, but it's just hard. It is hard to take things with you, but you saw, by the time you see this video, you will have seen what I did get done. And I did get a lot done, so I think I took the right things with me. But it was, I did miss my craft room here and all my crafty goodies. So my mom sent me home with a couple of cards. I'm going to show you my next project today and get started on it. But I just wanted to show you, when I was cleaning up, like I was saying, my craft room a little bit here, I went ahead and cut up the cards. And so there were two card fronts. This was one. Let's see, how was it? Like this. This was one card front. And you see how it had, kind of almost, it already looked like it was kind of two halves. And so I just cut it in half. And there were some, when you turn it over, there were some words down at the bottom here, just a little bit of words, printed, not written or anything, just, it was part of the card. So I cut that off. So the back is, these are now, you can say they're tags or bookmarks, whatever, you might want to call them. But they have this pretty color on the back, all open for writing if somebody wanted to write on the backs. I added a hole in this gold, pretty glittery tag ribbon, because this is a gold and brown here, and it has a pretty little, looks like tea in this cup here with like a sweater cozy on it. Very cute, or very pretty, I think. Anyway, and this side had the sentiment on it on the front of the, that was on the front of the card, which I thought was really nice. If I have someone I want to send this to. I think it would be a very nice little tag or bookmark, and this is very pretty too. So that's what I did with one card. And the other card was this one, card front. My mom had already cut off the card back and threw it out, I guess. I have told her that I could use the card backs too, but I guess she forgot. So anyway, whatever. It doesn't matter. I'm glad she, thinks to save the fronts for me now. So this card was like this. So what I did was just cut it in half and make two journaling cards. This is a bigger one, and this is really pretty. It has glitter on it, so very pretty. So this one was the bottom half, and it had this pretty flower on the back. And I was almost going to cut it in half, but I figured I would leave it as kind of a large journaling card so that whenever I do use it in a journal, there'll be some writing space right here. And you could write, even this flower right here is lighter colored, so somebody could write right over that, and that would be really pretty to see that in the background. And then here's the front, and has the glitter on it. So really pretty, simple thing. I just rounded the corners. And this was the top half. So the back of this one is plain, so lots of journaling room there. And then this had this nice sentiment on it on the front of the card with, the pretty, there's gold in the flowers on this one too, and then some glittery here. So very pretty. In case you want to see the sentiment, that's what it says. And so I just wanted to show you those real quick. Just, they didn't look like, anything fancy, but usually you can figure out something to do with cards that you have. So that is done now. And I have one more I'm going to do. This was the third one. So I'm going to figure out what to do with this one sometime soon, like today or before I put it away again. But I wanted to show you this as a whole. This one's a little bit different. I need to think about this because I can't cut it in half this way. I could cut it here if I want to keep all this together. But thanking God for both of you. And then here's a Bible verse. So it's kind of like, could be 3 if I wanted it to. And then this one also talks about the church. Our churches, I guess it was a card. Our church is making everything alive. Maybe it was from the church to my parents. I don't know. And this was, it's weird to have a church card, a card from a church that's printed. I don't know if the church had it printed or what, but, or maybe they have these at like a Christian bookstore or something like this. But anyway, I had to think about this one for a minute because, you know, if I put in someone's journal, it needs to be appropriate as far as place to write. You know, I'm not going to give them something that says our church is making a difference because, you know, it's not to them from a church. So anyway, I have to think about this one for a minute, but I'm going to do something with that. So I'll let you know when I do that. So anyway, long explanation of 3 card fronts there. So I've been anxious to start a little golden book Alice in Wonderland journal. So I have a few of these. This particular one, look at the pages, well, that front page is starting to really brown there, but the others look, you know, look brand new. It's kind of weird. This one's starting to brown too. Isn't that funny? So it's not super old. It's 1991. So it's vintage, but not like the 50s or 60s or anything. Anyway, so I'm going to get started on this, and I want to do a wire, you know, coil bound journal with this one. I've done little golden books, in case you're just new to my channel, at least in 3 different ways. So there's so many ways to do a little golden book. And recently I've done where you keep the spine and I fold it in and I make it the spine, and then I use the elastics to, you know, make like traveler's notebook style where you can remove the pages. And I've done ring bound, or actually that's a fourth way, notebook rings, you know. I've done a new spine and sewn in like 3 signatures. And then this way with the metal coils. So that's 4 different ways I've done all of them, but I wanted to do a metal coil one with this one. Like I said, I have at least probably 3 of these, and maybe more. If I look through my stash, I would probably find more. I don't know. But whenever I see Alice in Wonderland, I always pick it up. So maybe I'll do one in each of the styles, but I don't know. We shall see. But so to do the metal coil, all I need to do is cut this off. And if you saw my Nurse Nancy book, I want to kind of do it in that similar fashion. If you want to look back on my channel just a couple weeks ago, I did a little golden book, Nurse Nancy, for someone for a gift. So I'm just finding where it bends here. See the spine? Here's the spine. And then here, little golden book part, and here's where it bends. So I need to, you can cut it, if you're doing this and you've never done it before, you can cut it wherever you want. But there is a little place there where you can just cut with scissors or whatever. You can use your paper cutter if you want, but it might be easiest just to use a pair of scissors. You know, I kind of usually experiment and find the easiest way to do things. So there's that, and then I will take it and just, if it's not even or something here, as far as the paper goes, let's see, I'm trying to see, a little bit of paper sticking out here, so right here, and take it and just kind of even that up. Got a little bit of paper there that was in between the spine and the cover. So that is pretty smooth and even, I would say. Little piece right there. So there you go. There she is. So you still have the whole picture and the title and everything, and it says a little golden book there. And the back, let's see, the inside of this one is just this plain, you know, regular, and it's really pristine. It's no writing or anything here, but I will probably cover that up with some pretty paper, just because, I love the little golden books. They're really actually very special to me. That's why I've been collecting them since my kids were little, and before I started doing junk journals, I was collecting them, and kind of like at one time. Now I don't now, because I had a bookshelf, or I had a couple bookshelves, but they were my son's, my oldest son's, but he wasn't using them, so they were here at our house. And I had my little golden books all lined up by, I don't remember if it was alphabetical. It probably was alphabetical as to the title, so that when I could look through and see what I have and what I don't have. Because I was trying to just, whenever I got a new one, trying to get all, I don't know if you can ever get all the different ones. And I wonder if anybody ever collects all. Somebody probably does have every one that was ever made, but and I was kind of not trying to collect every one that was ever made. I just wanted to know what I had, so I kind of had them all lined up there on those two bookshelves, and they were tall bookshelves, like 4. So no, maybe I just had him on one bookshelf, like a 4 or 5 shelf bookshelf. Anyway, he, grew up and moved out, and so he took his bookshelves. They were good standard bookshelves, you know what I mean? They were white, plain bookshelves, so they could go with anything. And so, when he moved out, he wanted his bookshelf, so I had to take my books off of there. And now they're just mixed up, but I still have, I still have all of the ones that were on the bookshelf. And I've kind of put some aside that I like, I love the story, and maybe I only have one of, and I love the story, and I want to be able to, like, read it to my granddaughter, or let my granddaughter read it when she is old enough to handle the book without, tearing it or destroying it or messing it up in any way. So she's not ready for that yet. She's 3, and she's still a little rough on books. So I'm not letting her handle any of my little golden books yet. Or even, she has books that I can read to her, and I have books that I can read to her, little cardboard, board books, and other books that will withstand the withstand a 3-year-old. Okay, so those two are ready. A little piece there. So fun, right? So I do like when I use the cover like this, and when I fold the little golden book in, to the side, because I like this width. It's real easy to, it's easier to, if you don't keep the little golden spine out here, and then add maybe something in here to make a bigger spine or whatever. What I've done when I made a spine is I did cut the little golden book part off and make the spine here, like a 1.5 or whatever, however wide you want to make a spine. But I've always either folded it in or cut it off, because I like this width here. It's so perfect for scrapbook paper. If you like to use scrapbook paper and you make journals, and maybe you're new to making journals. And the thing of it is this is this cover is 6 inches wide, and I love, if you watch my channel, I love scrapbook paper and fabric. There's, I've talked about it with some of my friends in the comments that, it's just 2 things it's hard to resist, and that I really almost can't resist, is beautiful fabric that, I love, or scrapbook paper. So, scrapbook paper that I would get is 12 by 12. So when you fold it in half or cut it in half, 6 inches, you might have to cut off a little tiny sliver or whatever to have a little leeway in here, but it's so perfect for this cover. And then you can fold it up and make a pocket with the bottom part, and when you have scraps, you can make things out of them. So it's just so perfect. So being that I'm making it this way with the, spine cut off like that, that makes it easy, or kind of this is a really easy way to keep the, of course, keep the pages in order. So now I can also just cut this off. If I wasn't going to make this kind of journal, I would take the staples out and remove this so I could keep this in the, 2 signature pages or 2-page signature type, format. But since I am using it this way, I can cut this off. So let me see, I don't know if I can do it with my scissors. And that way it's really easy to keep the pages in order. That's a very thickish, it's kind of thick, but I think I can cut it here. Let's see how it's doing over here. Yeah, I've got a little bit of book cover there. But yeah, so cut it off. I'm keeping the pages in order. I will put all the pages in the journal in order, and there you go. So I'll cut this off. There you go. It's cutting right through. Even though it's thick, it's kind of thick. It is cutting. These scissors are cutting. These are just nothing special. I got these at Dollar Tree. They're Westcott scissors. I got them a long time ago, but still, they are not expensive scissors. And even my mom, when I was I was fussy cutting with these, and my mom was like, "Well, those are really good scissors." And I'm like, "Well, I don't know. I guess they're I've been using them a long time. They still work. They're still sharp, pretty sharp." And I got them at Dollar Tree. So now this is a cut that is, you can see it's a little. I just cut it off there, so it's a little rough on the edge. But I won't do it on video today, but I'm just going to tell you so that if you're making one, I like to leave a little bit of a, leeway here as far as, I don't want these pages to go right out to the edge. I want it to be in a little bit, so I will cut a little bit over here, like with my paper cutter right here, and make these all nice and smooth on this side. But I won't be cutting off anything really. Usually there's a little room over there. See how the words are all the way over there, so I won't be cutting off any words, and really I won't be cutting off any of the pictures. Even though that flower is really close right there, I won't be cutting off that much. I'll be cutting off, I can cut right up to the flower and really not cut off anything. So I'll do that off of video. And then I'm going to be using, this is what I really can't wait for. I'll be using this scrapbook paper that I got on sale on ecopark.com. So I'm not affiliated with Echo Park or anything like that, but I got familiar with their Echo Park's paper when I used to go to Tuesday morning. And I grew to love Echo Park whenever I saw Echo Park at Tuesday morning. That was dangerous because usually they had a bunch of it. So I would, always look at it and I did try to limit myself. Whenever I was at Tuesday morning, I would try to be like, I'm just getting 1 or 2. And their prices were so good, you could get 1 or 2, but let's see. So this is the stickers, and I did show you this, I believe, in a Thrifty Thursday, but here's the sticker sheet in this one. All of these little, they call them collection kits. And if you're not familiar with Echo Park, they have a website, ecopark.com, and you go on there, kind of like, set up your login and all that, your username and password, and you can sign up for, I get texts, and I think I get texts and emails from them, and they will send you a text and an email when they're having a sale. So it's really handy, and they've been having a lot of sales. I don't know. I haven't been doing this for years. I just started doing it. I just signed up with Echo Park, or, did my registration maybe 6 months ago. I don't even know, maybe 9 months ago. I don't know if it's been a year yet. But anyway, this past summer, I hadn't really bought anything from them until this past summer, I think it was. And they had a really awesome, what they call warehouse sale. and got some of this scrapbook paper that was, if you bought, let's see, if you buy, first of all, if you buy $50 worth, you get free shipping. So and shipping is like, what is it, $7 to $10, something like that? Between $7 and $10. I don't remember because I've never paid it. Whenever I do order from there, I try to get the free shipping. But then also, if you order, I know this is a lot of scrapbook paper, but if you do a lot of crafting and make journals and things, you order the 10, if you order 10 like collection kits, the price would reduce down to $6 per collection kit. And if you order scrapbook paper from Amazon or wherever now, or get it from Michael's, or, I know Michael's and Hobby Lobby have their sales, but still, I like these collection kits a lot. And I bought bigger scrapbook paper pads from Hobby Lobby, so when they have their sales. But I just really love this collection kits. These collection kits I always have since I discovered them. So you get the stickers, and then all the paper is double-sided. See, it's upside down here. But you get cut-up parts, and then you get all your pretty scrapbook paper. So my plan is to use make at least 2 journals with each kit, each of these collection kits. So I'll combine the scrapbook paper with, this is the little cover piece here. So, but I like to try to make 2 out of each collection kit so that I get my, my money's kind of like my money's worth out of it. So I don't put all, like, say if this one cost me $6, I don't put $6 into this journal, because a lot of things I get at, either on sale at Dollar Tree or at the thrift store. So, that way I can keep my prices down. I'm not putting a bunch of expensive stuff into a journal so that I feel like, oh, I have to recover my cost. By the time I recover my cost, maybe I don't make anything on the journal I sell. That's not, the point of me making a journal, selling my journals, is, first of all, I love doing it. It's fun, but, it is nice to make a few dollars and not just break even. So, I kind of like, wanted to, at some point, when I don't work anymore, support myself with this type of things, or, partially support myself at least. So anyway, I didn't mean to go into all that, but here's the cut up parts, and this has pretty paper on the back too, so you could leave it like that, or you could cover the back for writing space. So I'm not going to do that right now. I'll do that off camera too, because you don't need to watch me cut these apart. And we're just going to get a few pages, pick out a few pages here for this particular, and then we'll see how we can distribute this throughout 2 journals. So I like this one. There's 2 of these, so I'll put one aside for the other journal I'll make out of this one. The other, it will be an Alice in Wonderland, like I said, because I have, more than one Alice in Wonderland. Here's the Wonderland. Here's another cut apart page and another cut apart page. So like half the cut apart parts I might be able to get into here, and half in another one. So here's another pretty one. Let me show you the back of this butterfly one. It's this pretty polka dot. And then this with the little Alice's on there. And in the back of that one. I think that's so pretty. I love this one, this side with the little Alice's on there. So 2 of those. So you see how it's easy to make 2 journals out of one of these, because you get 2 of each thing. More cut aparts. Get 2 of each thing. So I'm just going to put the cut aparts to the side for right now. And then here's another piece here. And this one has all the characters on there. And then this back side is blue and white. Like, kind of to match Alice's dress, I guess. So I've got 3 pieces of pretty scrapbook paper. So that means I can have, like I told you, 6 inches wide. So if I cut each of these in half, I could have 6 pages, 6 pages, because each piece of scrapbook paper will be 2 pages. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and let's see, I've got a signature a branding strip on the end of each of these. So I need to cut those off. So I'm going to pause for a second and cut off the branding strips. I'll be right back. Okay, I saved a little time by doing that and just cutting that off camera, but I wanted to show you the branding strips. They have this little colored part in the middle of each one. This one has the polka dots. It's just, you know, words on the back, but this one just is the plain kind of pinkish color, and this one's the stripes. So I will cut off each end. And this one says Alice in Wonderland, so I could keep that, this side right here, that little piece. I'll probably keep that and see if I can use that somewhere. And then the middle part where it's colored that I just showed you on each piece, I could do one of my little strips that I sew together. And in this end, oh, this one side says Alice in Wonderland, so I can keep all those too if I want. I could even use that little piece in my strips that I sew together that say Alice in, you know, because it says Alice in Wonderland. It has a little picture of Alice there. So I can use probably all of these branding strips without throwing those away. So now for this part, and I just wanted to just get a start here because I've got things to do today, other things that I have to do today. So I can't stay in here too long, but in my craft room, I have to go do things, do all the things today. But I thought, you know, if you wanted to make a little golden book along with me, you could get your things out that I've shown you, like what I have today. And, you know, you don't have to have a collection kit to do. If you just get your book and get some wrapping, some scrapbook paper that matches it, you know, pull out your scrapbook paper and, or whatever papers you want to use and get started with me. So I'm just going to fold these in half real quick. Because, like I said, these are going to be 6 inches. But yeah, just get up with me as far as where I'm at. And so now what I'm going to do is cut these in half because they're not signatures. You would leave them like this if you're doing a signature, you know, folded. But for a coil bound, they aren't folded. So I just need to see if I can cut. I like to cut the fold off. This scrapbook paper's cardstock. It's pretty thick. So let me see. I'm just going to show you on one, and then I'll pause and do the others. But I want to get it in there up against my stop here so that I know this is going to be straight when I cut it. And one of my subscribers reminded me to hold this down, press down on this. If you have this type of paper cutter, you press down on this plastic part to make sure your paper stays put, and then you just chop or cut like that, and it helps you get a straight cut. Okay, so I'm going to cut the other two, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I got all this cut, and just cut off that little folded sliver on all of these, and so I'll show you. Let's see how wide they are. Let's see if they're too wide. Okay, so they turned out perfect. See how I've got them even over here where the coil is going to be, and I have this little strip right there, and that's exactly like I like them. I don't like it to be right out to the edge, and if I want to add a little tab or something onto the edge, a little trim, it won't be too far out. I don't like a bunch of stuff like sticking way out of the book. So then I'm going to decide, I'm going to look at these. Let's see, we've got this pattern and this pattern, and this is it almost looks like it's upside down, but it's not, because these butterflies and Alice's are going every which way. See, if you turn it around, it looks pretty much the same. You've got some upside down and some right side up. So there's that one. And what I could do is, you know, when you open the book and you kind of are flipping, you have the first design and then you have the second design. So I'll put this one in like this so that Alice is showing, and then I'll put this one in with the other Alice on so you see the pink first. And I hope that makes sense. But then this one could be the butterflies, and then I'll have one with this one, this design, and then I'll have this one, and I'll have this design. So probably one of these will be my first page. So let's see. when I open up, what page will I want to see first? Because I think I want to put a pocket in the first and the last pages. And the first and last pages are going to be scrapbook paper and this cardstock, because I like to have everything in between. I like to have the cardstock kind of protect if whatever papery, more, you know, just regular paper I have in between. The cardstock, I feel like, kind of protects the inside pages. That's my thoughts anyway. That's what I feel like. So I do like this one for the first, but it could be any of these. Let me see. And I just need to decide. I'm going to maybe bring in some other scrapbook paper that matches. I'm going to have to look through to find something that matches for if I want to cover this. I mean, I can decide to leave it if I want, but I think I'm going to cover it because I just want it to be prettier. If this is one of the colored ones, like the old books that have the yellow, I would leave that. Or the Christmassy ones that have the pinkish in here, I would leave that because I love that. It's colorful, you know, and pretty. But this one, even though I love it because it's those, you know, little golden book, you know, look. I love it for that, but it is kind of plain looking as far as the color. So, and little golden books are so colorful, so I wish they would put color, some kind of color in all of them. But anyway, so I think this is a good start, but also, let me just check out. I'm not sure. I mean, I could change my mind later. Oh, I like the pink one because this has some pink in it, but it also has the blue of her dress in it. See? So I could make the back. This is the back. It has a pink. So maybe I'll put the pink in the back. Make that the back page and make this the front page. So when I do that, I said I would like to make a pocket. So I'm going to try to remember what I did here. Let's see, what color was this one? That was pink, and we've got the pink polka dots. There's two different pinks. You know, it almost doesn't matter, but that actually kind of is closer to the back color. Maybe I'll put this one in the back. I think I will. And I'll put this one in the middle. Okay, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I think, unless I change my mind, but I'm just going to show you one pocket. Okay, so this will be the first page. I'll show you one pocket, and then I'll be cutting these down to, you know, make a pocket in the back, you know, the very last page, and cutting these down, and I'll have the scraps to make things out of. So I'm going to put this to the side. I'll just show you how I'm going to do the first pocket. So if this is the first page, I need to fold it in, and this will actually turn out good because then, see, this does have a direction. Everything is upright here, and then we'll have a little bit of color here with the pocket, and nothing will be upside down by me trying to go this way. So that'll work out well. So I'm going to make, I do like it pretty close to the top, but again, I can leave a little bit of, see that, just a tiny, tiny, tiny bit of leeway there on the top, and then a tiny bit on the bottom too, and try to make a fold there, a straight fold. Okay, so, and I don't want that much of a pocket to cover up all my pretty paper there, so I'm going to cut this about probably in half. So I'll have that little scrap to do. But you know, if you watch my channel, or if you're new to my channel, I try to use up all my scraps from a journal in the journal. So let's see if I want to cut that in half, about right there. And I do eyeball a lot of things, or most things. I eyeball everything that I can, actually. So everything that I can eyeball, I eyeball, so I don't have to really take time. You know, it's not that I can't measure. That just takes more time. So there we go. So that'll be cute. That'll be cute. And so it'll be like this. And I'll fit right in there when I do my coils and bind it. See how it all fits in there. So like I said, I'm going to do the back page the same way, have a pocket on the inside. So the back page will be like this with the pocket here. And then I'll cut the other pages down. And I'm going to try to show you how I use up all my scraps too. And then so the next video is going to be what I'll get out my other papers. I don't like to get everything out at the same time because that just, my table here is, I'm going to say it's about, I think it's more than 36 inches, but just say it's 38 inches, something like that, 38 by 38 square. So that's, while that's a lot of room, it's actually not a lot of room when you get stuff out. If I were to get everything out, it wouldn't fit on here, on this table. I mean, it might fit, but I would feel claustrophobic and kind of maybe almost overwhelmed with all the stuff. So I kind of like maybe get it out in stages of what I'm going to do next, and then just go with each stage, you know what I mean? So I'm going to cut down all the paper, the scrapbook paper. I'm going to get out other papers I'm going to be using. And then I do have some ephemera that I already made, but I do want to use up my scraps too. And then I'll be using some of those stickers and cut apart. So it's going to be really cute, but it's not going to be totally, it's not going to be over embellished, you know. It's going to be enough embellishing to be a jump off start for someone, whoever ends up with this little cute little Alice in Wonderland journal. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the start of this journal and everything I showed you today, and I will see you in my next video. Stay tuned. Don't forget to subscribe and give me a little thumbs up, the like, and comment below. Tell me if you're going to make a little golden book along with me, or just say hi and whatever. And so yeah, you will be seeing this probably near or after the new year, or right around the new year. So happy new year. And I'll see you in my next video. Have a great day. I'll see you then.